something very interesting happened earlier today. Facebook and Instagram announced that they were going to be banning Russia from their platforms. Now, best I understand it, that doesn't mean all Russians, but that does mean Russia, state-run media. I would presume state actors as well. And so that's an interesting idea. So now you have these platforms openly picking a side in a war. And while I agree that aggressive conduct from Russia is not a good thing, I'm not positive that the world communication system needs to simply isolate the Russians. That's one thing. And they've been doing that to Christians and conservatives for a while. They'll ban us, they'll shadow ban us, they'll outright ban us. But another thing happened today as well. Facebook and Insta came out and said that they were going to allow potentially violence-inducing comments on the platforms as they relate to Russia. So the same time they ban Russia, they then say, all right, if you guys want to pile on and say, down with the Russians, kill Russians, Russian soldiers need to be blown into bits, you can totally do that. That seems like an unbelievably bad precedent to me. Am I mistaken?
No, it's such a, I always say, I'm shocked by this. I can't believe this happened. But now I'm kind of at a point where nothing can surprise me because I've seen so many stupid decisions in the last couple years just by the left and the leftist media, leftist tech.
Socials, social media.
I'm actually torn on this issue because I think.
All right, good, interesting.
I think obviously a threat that is directly against someone or somebody posting on social media, I'm gonna go hurt this person. That shouldn't be allowed, obviously. As far as saying like death to the Russian soldiers who invaded Ukraine, I don't know that I'm inherently against that. But what I am against is that Facebook and Instagram or whatever, all the companies, Twitter too, have all said that language like that is not allowed, and they've banned it in America. So why is it now that it can be? My issue is less that it's allowed, that they're allowing people to say death to these Russian invaders, because these Russians invaded their country, and if they need to defend themselves by killing them, I mean that is unfortunate, but that's what happens.
That's life.
But I think it's the fact that they're going back on what they said before that really bothers me more than anything.
Well, yeah, I think you just need to. I think you need to be consistent. If you're saying you can't have violent speech or hate speech, then you can't have violent speech or hate speech. So that's, I think, the biggest issue for me. But the other thing is that I've kind of thought about is I think that a lot of people in Russia have been mostly brainwashed or are under this influence where they have to act in a certain way because of Vladimir Putin and just how the country of Russia is run, and a lot of people know that. So I do think that it's kind of inappropriate to aim like maybe that hatred at soldiers, and not all of them are innocent, but I don't think that we can actually like decipher which ones are innocent and don't understand what's going on versus the ones that do. But I do think it's a lot different than being like Russia's like leadership system. They need to have severe consequences.
Yeah, I think it's tough to blame some of the soldiers because it's like, what do you do? I mean, what are they going to do? Refuse to follow the orders to go into Ukraine?
Doesn't work out well in Russia, man. They will shoot you if you retreat.
Yeah, I don't think that that's going to go very well. So it is a tough situation they've been put in.